So a really exciting time for the challenge is when we announce the next event. It's always a huge thing for people to finally find out what the ridiculous thing is I'm going to be doing on the next event. Now, with COVID, we're not going to be able to do too much in terms of planning a specific date. So instead, we just look towards 2021 for what the challenge will be. Now, everybody's been very patient in waiting to hear what it's going to be. And also, we've had to develop something a bit different. We've had to try and grow almost a community of either athletes, fitness individuals, gym goers, or anybody who is interested in helping out on the next event. So we did that, and then we got all of their information. They all signed up to it. So now we've got a fantastic nucleus of people who we will be able to work with to make sure that the next challenge is the biggest one ever. So simply, what is the next challenge? Came up with the idea after the first challenge I did, the marathon challenge. And then obviously we went on to the cycling one, the plain marathon and everything. But this is one that I was thinking about for an awful long time, and I just think it could be fantastic. So, officially now, challenge 4 in 2021 is called The Journey. Now what it's gonna be is, we're gonna have a finishing point. Our finishing point is gonna be Media City, Salford. And we're going to give you a specific date and time in order to arrive there to finish the journey. Then we're going to have people coming from all over the UK doing extreme things. Anything they want to do, anything you'd normally see in a Guinness World Record, first person to do this or to do that. We've also got cyclists, we've got runners, we've got some people doing fancy dress running, I've got people coming in on space hoppers. All these things, and we are all going to arrive at one point. Okay, so we're all going to arrive at one point together, and it's the coming together of so many people. Now here's the exciting bit. Every single person will have their own Just Giving page. So rather than everybody donating to the event, to my personal event page for Ollie's Army, everybody will set up their own. So you can see how much they've raised themselves, and then all of that will also show on the main one. So it is a team effort of absolutely everybody working together to try and raise as much money as is physically possible for Ollie's Army. Anybody who still wants to get involved, please get involved, and please do so as fast as possible because we are already planning. Now, when we actually get to the day of the event, we're going to essentially have a live, almost like a news broadcast going out, okay? It'll change up a few people because I think it's going to be around about 24 to 36 hours non-stop. And what that's going to be is everybody who is doing their different challenge, wherever they are going to be relaying information, taking pictures, small vlogs, videos, sending all of those to our little news desk, and then we will keep everybody up to date with how we're doing. So we'll say that Joe Bloggs is now on a bike and he's coming from this far. He's meeting up with a support crew who are now bringing him a little bit further. We've got the same from somewhere else. I've got someone swimming in this way, running this way. We've got somebody who's doing like a medicine ball carry for all of this way, all to arrive at the same point. So we'll be able to keep up to date with absolutely everything. Now, my side of this, okay? Now, obviously a lot of people have said, what are you gonna do? And it gets very difficult to top the previous challenges, which is hard. My first ever challenge was, and bear in mind, I do it without any running or cycling experience. So the first challenge was, I ran from London back to Stockport in 10 days, but we did it at marathon distance. So it's 10 marathons in 10 days, not the 160 that you can do it as the crow flies. I did the full amount, okay, 262 miles. After that, it was the cycle, and the cycle was crazy, okay, 1,500 mile cycle. The next, obviously the plain marathon that was just bonkers, that was crazy. So we need to do something that's going to be next level and absolutely ridiculous. So I am going to try and do, it may potentially be my last challenge anyway, given my age and the fact that my body is slowly breaking down more than anything. So my last challenge is going to be the world's most extreme triathlon. That's the best way to describe. what it is that I'm going to be doing. Now, I've never done a triathlon before. Up until the marathon challenge, I'd never really done any running before. So this is going to be rather extreme and rather crazy. What I'm going to aim to do is to leave Great Ormond Street Hospital and cycle a route of around about 220 to 250 miles, we haven't plotted it yet, to outside of Manchester, so outside of Salford. Obviously I don't want that to be really easy, so I don't want it just to be a cycle. I don't want it to be what we would normally do. I need to find a way to make it more extreme. So I'm going to be doing the cycle in a weighted vest. I then complete the 220 to 250 miles. I get off the bike, I change my cycling shoes for trainers, the weight vest remains where it is, and I then run a marathon into Salford. I then, when I finish the marathon, take the weighted vest off, wetsuit on, into Salford Quays. I swim Salford Quays. I then get out of Salford Quays, take off the wetsuit, put normal clothes back on again, strap up into a harness, and then I pull a vehicle the remaining number of miles into Media City. It will be a triathlon that no one's ever done, world's hardest triathlon, most extreme triathlon, anything you can think about. But remember the most important part, I am not a triathlon athlete, or whatever the word would be to describe that. I haven't done that before, so this is going to be completely brand new. Now you'll see that if you're a cyclist or a runner or an endurance athlete, you need to just be light, small, and have a lot of energy. Whereas it's going to be a damn sight harder for me, because I've got to be able to do it in a weighted vest, and I've got to be able to do strongman pulling at the end, which is obviously going to make things a damn sight harder. So the aim for this one is I've got to try and get my body changed into literally complete different physique. I'm going to have to be bigger, I'm going to have to be stronger, but I'm going to have to make sure I maintain good cardiovascular. Okay, so nervous about it, but the stuff that we've gone through in the previous challenges already, everyone kind of knows that a lot of it is up here. Okay, a lot of it is that mentality, is that thought process. So there you have it, okay? The idea that I'm having, by the way, as well, is when we come together, if anybody has seen the opening scene of the Grand Tour with Jeremy Clarkson, it started off, and you had all of the cars coming together, all to that massive point, that's what it's going to be. So coming together, and it's the end of what we're calling the journey. The aim, if we could get 1,000 people all doing their own thing and then meeting at that same point, it will be unbelievable, and the money we raise will be ridiculous. Nothing like this has ever been done. Nothing like this has ever been done before, okay? So if you want to get involved, please get involved. Drop us a message. We also have a closed group for all the ideas that everybody's doing, which we're gonna keep everyone up to date with. And then as time goes on, we'll start releasing the names of the people who are doing all of these crazy challenges and what it is that they're doing. So, challenge 4, thank you very much for staying with us so far for the past 5 years or something like that. And then we'll be all good to go, and we shall keep you up to date. Thank you.